There comes a time in every person's life when the unseen forces of the universe begin to whisper. They do not speak in words, nor do they arrive with loud declarations. Instead, they reveal themselves in subtle signs, gentle nudges, and unshakable feelings within the soul. Have you ever felt like something was guiding you, like a force beyond your understanding was trying to get your attention? Perhaps a thought repeats in your mind, a number keeps appearing, or a door unexpectedly opens or closes before you. These are not coincidences. They are messages. The divine does not communicate in the way we are accustomed to hearing. It does not arrive with a voice from the sky or written letters upon stone. Instead, it speaks in a language woven into the fabric of your reality, a language of signs, symbols, and synchronicities that appear in the moments when you are most in need of direction. Think of the way your life unfolds. There are times when certain numbers, words, or symbols seem to follow you, appearing repeatedly as if placed before you with purpose. You may dismiss them as chance, but deep within you sense something more, a pull, a knowing, a recognition that these signs mean something. They show up when you least expect them, yet exactly when you need them most. Perhaps you have been wrestling with a difficult decision, unsure of which path to take, and suddenly a stranger speaks words that echo the very thoughts in your mind. Perhaps you have been praying for guidance, and a book, a song, or a passage of scripture appears before you with an answer so precise, it feels as if it were written for you alone. These are not accidents. They are divine signals, gentle prods from the unseen, guiding you toward what is meant to be. Nature itself becomes a messenger in this language of signs. The right animal crosses your path at the right time, stirring something deep within you, a feather, a breeze, a sudden shift in the environment. All of these can carry meaning for the one who is awake enough to perceive them. The universe is always speaking, always arranging the perfect alignment of events to lead you toward a greater awareness of your true path. But the most profound signs do not always come from the external world. They also arise within. A sudden feeling, an inner knowing, an unshakable sense that something is about to change. These too are messages. The divine does not need words to communicate because it is already within you, working through your emotions, your desires, and your inner promptings. Imagination is far more than a fleeting daydream or a whimsical escape from reality. It is the very essence of creation, the divine faculty through which the unseen becomes seen, the intangible takes form, and the formless is shaped into reality. It is not a passive force, but an active one that shapes your world with every thought, every feeling, and every inner vision you allow yourself to entertain. Many believe that reality is fixed, that life is merely a sequence of events dictated by forces outside of their control. But what if reality is responding to you? What if everything you see, everything you experience is merely a reflection of the images you have accepted as true within the depths of your own mind? Consider this. Every great invention, every masterpiece, every towering achievement of humankind began not in the physical world, but within the realm of imagination. The architect first envisions the building before a single stone is laid. The composer hears the symphony in his mind before a note is played. The greatest leaders, the pioneers, the visionaries, they do not merely react to the world around them, they create it, shaping it according to the pictures they hold in their imagination. But this power is not reserved for a select few. It is within everyone, waiting to be awakened. The thoughts and images you dwell upon are not meaningless. They are seeds planted in the soil of reality. If you persist in imagining something with conviction, the world around you will begin to shift, rearranging itself to match the vision you hold within. Your emotions act as a guide, revealing the truth of your imagination. When you feel joy, excitement, and certainty while picturing your desires, you are aligning yourself with that reality. When you allow doubt, fear, or disbelief to cloud your imagination, you push that reality further away. The outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state, and by mastering the art of imagination, you take control of your life in ways you never thought possible. Every experience you have ever lived through, every success, every failure, every moment of triumph or despair, each one was preceded by a mental picture, a belief held in your subconscious mind. Some of these images were planted there deliberately, while others were accepted without question, shaped by the influences of the world around you. Yet regardless of how they got there, they have determined the course of your life. What you believe yourself to be, you will become. What you dare to imagine as true, you will experience. The limits you place upon yourself exist only within the mind. And when you free yourself from those limitations, the impossible becomes inevitable. Life is not a series of random events strung together by chance. It is a precise, intentional unfolding of experiences, each carrying a message for those who are willing to see. If you find yourself encountering the same situations over and over, if certain numbers, names, or themes seem to follow you no matter where you go, understand that these are not coincidences. They are clues, whispers from the unseen, guiding you toward deeper awareness. Repetitive patterns in life are signals that something within you is being revealed. If the same struggles, relationships, or challenges seem to reappear, it is because there is something you have not yet recognized, something the universe is trying to make you aware of. Until you acknowledge and understand the message behind these patterns, they will continue to surface, each time more obvious than the last. For some, this may appear in the form of relationships that end in the same way, jobs that present the same obstacles, or financial situations that seem to cycle through highs and lows without real progress. Others may find themselves encountering the same words, phrases, or symbols in unexpected places, as if the world itself is echoing a message meant just for them. These are not meaningless repetitions. They are reflections of the subconscious, calling for attention. Then there are synchronicities, those perfectly timed events that defy logical explanation. Perhaps you think of someone you haven't spoken to in years and suddenly they reach out. Perhaps you are contemplating a major decision and a stranger's conversation happens to answer the very question you are asking in your mind. These moments, though easily dismissed by the unaware, are precise, deliberate alignments meant to reassure, warn, or direct you. The key to understanding these patterns and synchronicities lies in your awareness. When you notice them, do not brush them aside as mere coincidences. Instead, pause. Observe what you were thinking or feeling at the time. What was on your mind when the sign appeared? What was happening in your life when the pattern repeated itself once more? These are not accidents. They are reflections of the state of your consciousness, designed to illuminate what lies beneath the surface. Your reality is shaped by the unseen forces of thought and belief, and when something needs to be addressed, the universe does not whisper. It repeats itself until you listen. The question is not whether these signs exist, but whether you are willing to recognize them for what they are. There exists a voice within you, one that does not shout, yet speaks with an authority greater than any words ever could. It does not rely on logic or reason, yet it knows far beyond what the conscious mind can comprehend. This voice manifests as a feeling, an unshakable sense that something is right or that something is wrong. It is not mere emotion, not just a passing mood. It is the divine whispering to you, guiding you, revealing what the eyes cannot see. Have you ever felt an inexplicable urge to move in a certain direction, even when logic dictated otherwise? Have you ever experienced a strong resistance towards something that on the surface seemed perfectly reasonable? That is not random. It is a message from deep within you, a knowing that transcends intellect, urging you to trust in something greater than what the physical world presents. Often this inner feeling arises when you are at a crossroads. The world may pressure you toward one path, but something inside resists, almost as if an invisible hand is pulling you in another direction. You may try to silence it, convincing yourself that it's just doubt, just fear, yet the feeling lingers. It does not waver, it persists because it is trying to tell you something that your rational mind may not yet understand. Many people ignore this feeling. They choose to follow reason alone, dismissing intuition as unreliable. And yet, how many times have you looked back and realized that you knew all along that the feeling you ignored was right? That the warning, the excitement, the unease, or the overwhelming certainty was trying to prepare you for what was to come? This inner voice speaks through sensations in the body as well. A lightness in the heart when something is aligned with your true path. A tightness in the chest when something is not meant for you. A sudden sense of peace when you have made the right choice, even if the choice itself defies all logic. The divine does not always use words to communicate. It moves through you, through your being, through a feeling so distinct that once you recognize it, you will never mistake it for anything else again. Pay attention to how you feel, not just on the surface, but deep within. When something is truly meant for you, there is a knowing that requires no explanation. When something is not, there is a resistance that cannot be ignored. This is not fear, not doubt. It is guidance. It is the hand of the unseen, directing you in ways that reason alone never could. Long before words were written, before knowledge was passed down through books and teachings, humanity received guidance through dreams and visions. These were not seen as mere fragments of the subconscious, but as messages, divine revelations that transcended the limits of the waking mind. And even now, though many have turned away from such understanding, the truth remains. Your dreams are speaking to you, and they carry wisdom that your conscious mind often overlooks. When you sleep, the barriers of the rational mind dissolve. The worries, doubts, and distractions of daily life fade, and you enter a realm where time, space, and limitation no longer hold power. It is in this state that the divine communicates most clearly, showing you images, symbols, and events that hold deeper meaning than they may first appear to. A dream may seem strange, nonsensical even, But it is not random. Every detail, every face, every setting, every sensation is carefully chosen, placed there as a clue for you to decipher. Some dreams bring warnings. They reveal obstacles before they manifest in waking life, giving you the chance to prepare, to change course, or to strengthen yourself for what is to come. Others offer reassurance, confirming that you are on the right path, even when doubt clouds your mind. Then there are those dreams that show you a glimpse of your future, a vision of what is possible if you have the faith to pursue it. These are not illusions. They are previews of a reality waiting to be claimed. And then there are the dreams that feel different. Dreams so vivid, so intense, that they leave an imprint on your soul long after you wake. These are more than mere reflections of the subconscious. They are encounters. Some feel as though they have been visited by a presence greater than themselves, receiving knowledge they could not have known otherwise. Others wake with a profound sense of understanding, as if something hidden has been revealed to them. These moments are not to be ignored. They are gifts, glimpses beyond the veil, and those who honor them often find their lives transformed. But dreams are not the only way visions come. Sometimes, even in waking life, flashes of insight appear, images that come to mind so strongly, so vividly, that they feel more real than the world around you. These visions are not born from the imagination alone. They are glimpses of what is unfolding in the unseen. Perhaps you have experienced this, a sudden, overwhelming sense of déjà vu, a moment where you feel as if you have lived through something before, or perhaps you have seen something in your mind's eye that later came to pass exactly as you envisioned it. This is no accident. It is a sign that you are being shown what lies ahead, that you are being prepared for what is coming. Those who dismiss their dreams and visions as mere coincidence rob themselves of the wisdom that is being offered to them. The unseen world is always speaking, always guiding, but it does so in a language that must be understood with the heart, not just the mind. Your dreams are not meaningless. Your visions are not fantasy. They are communication, messages meant for you, waiting to be heard. There are moments in life when everything changes in an instant. The ground beneath you, which once felt solid, begins to shake. Plans unravel, relationships dissolve, opportunities vanish. Or, just as unexpectedly, doors open where there were once only walls. A phone call changes your path. A chance encounter leads you somewhere you never expected to go. These moments are not accidents. They are divine interventions, orchestrated to move you towards something greater than what you had planned for yourself. At first, a sudden shift in circumstances may feel like chaos. You may resist it, holding on to what was, fearing what comes next. It is natural to question why things are happening the way they are, especially when life seems to be pulling you in an unfamiliar direction. But there is no such thing as randomness in the grand design of your existence. What may seem like destruction is often a necessary clearing, making way for something new to be built. Consider how often in your life you have been forced to let go of something, only to realize later that it was never truly meant for you. A job you lost, which led you to a far greater opportunity, a relationship that ended, allowing space for someone who aligned more deeply with your soul, a dream that didn't come to pass, only to be replaced by something far beyond what you could have imagined. These are not coincidences. These are shifts divinely arranged, leading you toward a higher path. When life changes suddenly, it is a sign that something within you has changed first. Nothing in the external world moves without an internal shift preceding it. Sometimes the shift is conscious. You have been desiring something new, calling forth transformation with your thoughts and emotions. Other times the shift is deeper, occurring in the unseen realms of your spirit before your mind can fully grasp it. In both cases, the world must respond. What no longer aligns with you will fall away. What belongs to you will find its way into your life, often in ways you never could have predicted. Many resist these changes, believing that what they have lost was essential, that the disruption is unfair. But what if you were to see it differently? What if, instead of a loss, this is a redirection? What if, instead of destruction, this is creation in progress? The discomfort of change is often the price of transformation. The longer you hold on to what is no longer meant for you, the longer you delay the arrival of what is. Even when a shift appears to bring hardship, know that there is purpose within it. You may not see it yet, but the pieces are falling into place in ways you cannot yet understand. When something is removed from your life, it is because it no longer serves your highest good. When something new enters, it is because you are being given the chance to step into a greater version of yourself. Every shift, no matter how sudden or unexpected, is a message, a call to move forward, a push to let go, a test of faith. You may not have asked for the change, but if it has come, it is because it was necessary. Nothing truly meant for you will ever be taken away. Nothing that leaves was ever meant to stay. The signs are always there. They are not reserved for a select few, nor are they hidden beyond your reach. They surround you, waiting to be recognized, whispering through the language of symbols, speaking through the patterns of your life, calling out through the deep knowing within your heart. Every synchronicity, every dream, every shift in your circumstances is an invitation to listen, to awaken, to see beyond the surface of what appears to be. The question is not whether God is speaking to you. The question is whether you will listen. Will you trust the feelings that stir within your soul? Will you embrace the changes that come, knowing they are leading you somewhere higher? Will you honor the visions that visit you, recognizing them as glimpses of what is possible? When you begin to see the world this way, not as random events, but as divine orchestration, your life will change. You will no longer fight against what is leaving, nor will you doubt what is arriving. You will walk with faith, knowing that every sign is guiding you home to yourself. And in that awareness, you will finally understand. You were never lost. You were always being led.